Greetings, we back with another video. Today is May 23rd, 2023. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing the Stryfe from the 5-pack. I think it was, I don't know if it shouldn't be an Amazon exclusive, but that's where I got it from. And in going over this, I wanted to have actually set these other characters up of Cable, versions of Cable, because if you didn't know, Stryfe is pretty much a clone of Cable, Nathan Summers. And when this figure was released originally, I remember seeing it years ago in like Toys R Us or whatever. And I regrettably did not pick it up because at that time I really wasn't collecting a lot of Marvel Legends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to see him from afar, admire him from afar, but I remember passing up on him and he shot up in price on the aftermarket, which was ridiculous because I remember seeing him. I'm thinking, oh, I guess he's always going to be there. Unbeknownst to me, that was an old wave that, I don't know, that particular Toys R Us, they must have found in the back somewhere, and they had him out. It was the Jubilee wave, I remember. It was him, it was Storm, and it was a Wolverine, or Cyclops. I did pick up the Cyclops, but I left everybody else there because I wanted that Cyclops in the black and red uniform. But fast forward to today, now we have a re-release of Stryfe. Now, if you don't know the backstory of Stryfe, I'm just going to give you a brief summary of it. Pretty much, Stryfe is Cable, or vice versa. But when Cable was born, he had a mutant virus that was killing him. And the only way to save him was to take him back to the future with this mysterious woman we didn't know at the time. And, you know, Cyclops and Jean Grey pretty much gave him up, said, okay, here, take him. Please save our child. Now, they didn't know that the future that they was going back to was going to be ruled by Apocalypse. So what this band of rebels did, fighting Apocalypse, is they took the baby of Cable and they were trying to work to try to get rid of the virus. But it was a failure. They couldn't really get rid of the virus. So they ended up cloning him. And when Apocalypse found out that this particular child was cloned, he didn't even know it was cloned yet. He actually went to go kidnap Cable because he knew Cable was in the area. So when he go initiate the mission to kidnap Cable, he ended up taking the clone instead. And that clone was raised under Apocalypse. And this is what he turned into, Stryfe. Now, Stryfe is an Omega level mutant, okay? A lot of people don't know his powers. You know what I'm saying? I had someone mention to me like, dang, I didn't even know what his powers were. But he has a vast amount of powers. He has pretty much his mother's powers, if anything. You know, he has Jean Grey's powers. But what's cool about Stryfe is, you know what I'm saying? Him and Cable had wars throughout the ages. I mean, they would time jump. This is another version of Cable right here. This is from the, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it, but this is from the Juggernaut wave. And I like this outfit. I like this suit. I wish I ended up getting another one, but I didn't. You can probably find it on the aftermarket. This is the Cable that came in the Wendigo bath wave. Is it the Wendigo? No, it's the Sasquatch wave. It was the Sasquatch wave. I really like this particular Cable though, because this is the Cable that I grew up knowing from the X-Factor, from the New Mutants, and he comes with his big blaster gun and everything. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to just compare these two to let you know that this character is just a clone of him. Okay? As far as articulation and everything, he has the same standard articulation as, you know, the one that was released before. I think the only difference is the paint apps are different. And I think he gives you two sets of hands because you do get fist closed hands and you do get the open spreaded hands. As far as the paint, the only thing that's different is the paint is blue. So you can actually see like the vibrant blue that's on his legs and on his ab guard. The cape was designed well. From what I've seen in other pictures, I think this helmet is a lot more vast and it's pretty much a bigger improvement than the first version of him. And he comes with a little guard belt right here. But yeah, this is pretty much Stryfe. You know, as far as the character design and everything, I was always interested in picking this up. But at the time, like I said, when I saw him, I really wasn't even collecting these. I was mostly just collecting comics. So when he came out re-released again in the 5-pack, I said, let me go ahead and pick it up. Overall, I'm glad that they re-released them. as far as Marvel giving us a new cable, if we get a new cable, it probably ain't going to be this cable. It's probably going to be hopefully the blue and yellow cable. Because I really, really want that cable. That's the cable that you've seen in Marvel vs. Capcom. You've seen them in alternate outfits. But that blue and yellow outfit is really cool. And I hope that they do give us him in time. I know they already re-released the blue and yellow outfits for the other X-Men team. So I'm pretty sure if they give us a single pack Wolverine, they probably going to end up giving us a new cable. But on the aftermarket, this cable goes for probably about 50 or higher, depending on where you shop. You could probably get them like, together, loose. I don't know what the prices are for new, but yeah, this is one of my favorite cables. I know Diamond Select also made a cable as well, but I really like the way Hasbro did their cable. And then they gave us this version of cable right here. All I did was just take a gun from, I think it was from Overwatch, and actually just gave him this gun, because anytime I see Cable, he always has like a massive gun, and I've always wanted to pair him up with a huge, terrorizing looking gun. It's intimidating when you look at it, but overall it packs punch because he's such a futuristic character, and I think that's why a lot of people liked him. When Rob Liefeld made him, you usually see him paired up with Deadpool. But nowadays, he's sometimes paired up with Deadpool. But when I was introduced to him, he was in the New Mutants. He was the X-Force leader, Hopefully we get a, I think J.D. Bridge. He's a black dude that has pretty much a similar armor as Cable has. And, he's pretty much has the same gray hair and everything, gray mustache. And he usually has a cigar. Hopefully they give us too, so we can fill out, X-Force's Cable's official first strike team. I think that'll be a cool addition to anybody's collecting, especially if you've been a fan of the New Mutants from years ago, Chris Claremont and Rob Liefeld. When they introduced him, you know what I'm saying, he had a Strike Force team that was all wiped out. I think the only members that survived was maybe Bridge and I think Domino. But, as far as Cable and Stryfe, they time jump all the time. So like, he has time traveling capabilities just as much as Stryfe does. The only difference with Stryfe is he's more of a bigger threat because he could level a lot of areas that he time jumps to. And the other character I think that was in that box with us, I forgot the character's name, I'm drawing a blank right now. But he pretty much uses through him to time jump and actually go back in time or go into the future and actually just menaces wherever he ends up being. He is an actual real threat, you know what I'm saying, as far as the X-Men, as far as humanity. So, if you was on the fence or you didn't really know about Stryfe, I think this is a good pickup, especially if you still have a Cable or if you got this version of Cable. But like I said, if they release a newer version of Cable with the yellow and blue suit, you probably want to go and pick up Stryfe while he's at regular price now, because I have a feeling that pack probably going to end up shooting up just because the price of admission for just to get Stryfe. I think this is only the second time we got Stryfe. Stryfe was made back in, I guess, in the Toy Biz days or whatever, but it was more 5 points of articulation, so it was like a miniature, smaller version of Stryfe. I'm pretty sure that this is his second time actually being introduced into the line again. But yeah, Stryfe, Marvel Legends. And that's pretty much for Stryfe. I just wanted to pretty much give you a head swap variations, even though he's a clone, just to let you see exactly what different head sculpts, you can actually attach to him if you want to head swap him, because he technically is a clone of Cable. So this is how he looks with the first version of Cable. And this is how he looks with the second version of Cable. I kind of like this one, but the only problem with this is why I won't, pretty much keep this head on, is because he does not have the virus. So him having a half metal, skull doesn't really make sense narrative. I mean, if you point it like this way, you could probably pull it off. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the head fits perfectly well on here too. If you ever decide that you want to, do some head swaps or even do a customized paint job on this side of the face, just give them a more, flesh tone look. But it looks pretty well. It came out pretty good. And that wraps up the review of the Marvel Legends 5-pack Stryfe. If you are on the fence about getting this particular 5-pack, it's going to cost you about $120. Possibly you could wait for like Amazon Prime Day, or you could just wait for like some deals or some sales. Or if you may want to just buy it loose. But I think if someone's going to sell this loose, they're going to sell it at $50. That's just my opinion. I think that's exactly what the asking price is going to ask for. I haven't looked on eBay yet, but I don't think nobody's going to sell Stryfe by himself for $20. But I think you should go ahead and just bite the bullet and go ahead and just pick up the 5-pack. You know what I'm saying? The prices, yeah, it's kind of crazy. But for what you're getting and what's in the box, it's not too bad to actually get one of these marquee characters that pretty much does represent X-Men, X-Force, you know what I'm saying? The futuristic side of what the 90s, you know, the characters used to be, how they used to be designed, you know? And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like this review, rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you got this 5-pack or not. You know what I'm saying? And I'll catch you in another video in the future. Peace.